This is Paul. Yes. I know that it's important for you in law enforcement, yes, to have a badge on. Oh, and when you get sued for refusing to enforce the civil rights of myself and my family, you have the additional liability of already having a consent decree from the Department of Justice. Oh. And you get to carry guns as sheriffs or police officers. Pooch. You know, when you issued that first protection order and I wasn't a resident of the state of Washington, yes, there was a no contact order issued that I don't remember seeing. Yes, yes, yes. Then you had me arrested for violating the fraudulent protection order and I was found not guilty. Because I was that American citizen that had contacted the domestic violence advocacy charity, yes, about whether or not they received the documentation from the Attorney General on Guam that I did 7 hours of parenting classes. It wasn't domestic violence or child abuse. Yes, it was an argument where I called my wife a cunt. Yes. Now, I know, Poach, you don't think that my right to keep and bear arms is that important? Yes, but you seem to think that you have a right to carry a gun with you when you're on duty or quite possibly when you're off duty. Ouch! I'm thinking that we're going to have to take all the gun rights of those in law enforcement that you can maybe check a gun out when you get a call, one of these, I'm being mugged. Yes. Could you get me the NRA membership of every individual in the United States? GPS their location, get me their email addresses. Oh, and then for every person in law enforcement that thought that that National Rifle Association that thought that their right to keep and bear arms was important to them as police officers or sheriffs, I'm going to sue to make sure that you do not have any rights to have. I can't fucking believe. Well, you know, when it's retaliatory policing and you're trying to cover up your crimes, and I spent the last 2.5 years sending emails and documenting the crime of taking my sons without any due process, I'm going to say that every individual in law enforcement will no longer have the right to have any personal weapons. I'm sorry, but you decided you weren't going to enforce the civil rights of American citizens, and I think as a condition for employment in the Seattle Police Department, you yourselves will never.